I can't imagine a story like this has ever happened in college sports, but so BYU beats Utah, wins the Holy War, third straight win for the Cougars. I watched the entire game, was electric. Bear Bachmeyer was amazing. We had a video about something Kyle Whittingham said after that was petty and angry yesterday. It's all in good fun. The field was stormed in Provo. Crazy environment, students everywhere, just a flood of blue BYU fans on the field in a field storming right after this game. Of course, you're not allowed to storm the field in college football in the year of our Lord 2025. So there's going to be a fine associated with a field storm. Got to save it for the most special moments. Winning the Holy War is certainly one of those moments. However, in the locker room after this game, there's a video that has now surfaced that has been shared directly from the source here. The tweet is this. It's from Jason McGowan, who is the co-founder and CEO of Crumbl Cookie. And Jason McGowan shared video of the locker room at BYU in the postgame and said this: the moment in the BYU locker room, the players found out that I personally paid the fine to let the fans storm the field. Us donors and fans have our players' backs, period, at BYU Cougars. In response to this tweet, there was a fan who said, why a storm against a lower ranked opponent? Jason McGowan responded, because it is fun. I love that so much. Apparently, the CEO of Crumbl Cookies is a BYU fan slash donor who made sure that this field would be stormed after beating Utah. Do you love this move? What is your breakdown of this?
I want pre-planned field stormings, and I want sponsors for them too. So I'm thinking, where my head's at, G, what team can we sponsor their field storm? The Sleepers Media field storm.
I mean, I feel like we would have to take like one of the cheaper field storms possible. Like, can we get like an NAIA school and just go there and they're like, why are there fans here? And then we storm it.
Should we start like a? Should we? I don't want to steal Barstool content, but what if we just started like a court storm series where me, you, and Cart just travel around trying to find like a Division II school that storms a court?
Yeah, I mean that was electric when the Barstool guys did that. I mean we are unquestionably a pro court storming, pro field storming podcast. That's never going to change. Shame on Matt Painter for trying to bring an end to this for years. But I mean, look, the field storming itself is not a surprise to me. The story here is that we literally have a CEO of a company who not only is like, I'm going to make sure this happens, but also there is an element of this of like, I want to make sure the world sees that I made it happen. My camera's out. Let me tell the locker room, hey, congrats, guys. I made sure the field was stormed. You're welcome. Hey, world, did you see me telling the team that it was me who made this? Like a field storm presented by Crumbl Cookie is something I've never seen before. I didn't even know Crumbl Cookie CEO was a BYU fan.
Listen, I love crumble cookies, addicted to them, but actually, like, I have to force myself. I get the little notifications on the phone, like, yo, we got new cookie drop, and I'm like, uh-oh, like this is a problem, and I had to turn the notifications off at one point. So anything that gives more exposure to crumble cookies, I'm here for.
Dion, you okay? You look a little sweaty.
So every August, September, my air conditioning breaks, and there's just nothing I can do about it.
Dude, that's tough. Out in California too? Like, I mean, what is it, like 80 degrees still there today?
Today's gonna be like 85, 90, but like peak summer, it gets like 110. My AC just doesn't ever hold up.
I mean, it sounds like it's a bummer that you can't take advantage of Duncan Mechanical Solutions because Duncan Mechanical Solutions is an HVAC company based in Angola, servicing the tri-state area, bringing commercial quality to the residential world with excellent customer service. You heard us talk about Duncan Mechanical last summer. If you need heating or air conditioning, kitchen or bath remodeling, or all of the above, Duncan Mechanical is the place to go in the Midwest. Go to DuncanMechanicalSolutions.com to take advantage and make sure you don't wind up like Dion. I've always thought Crumbl cookies were a little too dry for my liking, but in hindsight, it makes sense because BYU, dry community, Crumbl cookies, BYU founded cookie company, very dry.
I, I never in my life would have guessed the Crumble Cookie CEO was a BYU donor.
Yeah, I think this is one of those things like they say you never know who people really are. You never truly know your next door neighbor. Maybe we should just start assuming everyone in charge of the world is a BYU donor. Doesn't it feel like how the way they're spending right now, everyone's donating to BYU sports?
The only thing stopping BYU is Larry Ellison's wife
That's true.
and
Big
Jordan
mission.
Hudson.
Yeah, and Jordan, very powerful. Um, they should have like it would have been so funny if on the broadcast they showed the storm and then like a crumble cookie graphic popped up. You know how cocky that would have been? Like we know we're gonna win. I paid for the field storm ahead of time, presented by Crumble Cookie.
What do you think paying for the field storm looks like? Did the students get like an NIL deal to run on the field?
That would be hilarious if student leaders got paid to actually do it. I can't imagine that happened. Are you okay with like the fans of a better team storming? Because BYU was ranked, higher than Utah coming into this game.
Yeah, they were what, 1.5 point dogs, or was it even a little higher?
3.5 point dogs.
I think as long as you're an underdog in a rivalry game, you should storm the field. Even if it's like Bama, Georgia, Bama's a 1 point underdog. Like, any reason to storm a field, I'm in for. Besides, what was it, Virginia, Florida State?
Yeah, when Virginia beat Florida, you didn't like that one because that was the biggest one of the year.
I don't want to sound old. That one actually looked dangerous.
Yeah, that's true. But also, Virginia students probably had different intentions than, BYU doesn't like Utah, but they're still nice people, right? They probably stormed and were like, "Oh, excuse me, do you need a minute? Like, get out
Like,
safely."
like that kid, like, but I don't even. I said it when we did the very first video post that I'm not sure the ball had hit the ground before those students were on the field.
Yeah, the play was still ongoing, and the students were on the field in that one. Oh man, what's next for the CEO of Crumble Cookie? What else can he spot? Like, is should BYU basketball storm after every win?
Well, I think first off, Ace, AJ, this is where I say I can help. The fact that we don't have a Crumble deal, but he's
Yeah,
sponsoring field stormings.
yeah. We are looking for a presenting sponsor. We are one of the leaders in BYU content, I feel like in sports. Somebody please in the BYU circle sponsor the channel this year. We're doing 1.2 million views a month. It's our best performing year ever by far. We've doubled in numbers from last March and we still don't have a sponsor. It's crazy. The last sponsor we had shut down our YouTube channel for violating policies. So somebody please help us. I have a pitch on how to fix field storming, court storming in general.
What's that?
Flip it. Have the players storm the stands.
Oh, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. I was a Malice in the Palace guy. Like I'm pro players going into stands.
Like BYU beats Kansas in Provo, and like DeBonsa, Rob Wright, Saunders are coming 15 rows up. Like this into the student section. Like that's what I want to see. Presented by Crumble Cookie.
I think there was a moment like Dwayne Wade hit like a game winner and stood on like the scorer's table and then like went into the crowd. I love stuff like that. I love stuff like
And
that.
that's safer for everybody?
Yeah, the only reason it doesn't happen is there's a security guard named Mike somewhere that has to know where AJ DeBonsa is, and if DeBonsa goes into those stands, Mike loses his job
That's true.
immediately.
Honestly, Ace DeBonsa would never let that happen. Too risky.